I'm one of the people that they're talking about. A long term goes back. But tonight, the discussion around the shifting of uranium and other things is a vital issue, and that will be handled by the younger people and the other people that are courageously standing up to these people, along with the power of the trade union movement. But I would like to say something and welcome them, the courageous people that have came from up in the Northern Territory and that to this area. It's a long while since we've seen the people come down here, and I admire them, and I'm full of admiration to see that they could come down here looking for support like they used to in the past. And I remember the great struggles very, very clearly. I'm 87 nearly, or within a few months of 87 years of age, and I've been in the struggle all my life. I started work as a boy, 14, in the mines, and I finished my working life in them and the trade union movement. But the Aboriginal struggle itself is one that we don't want to lose sight of as well, because these people that came from down there, and I've seen the terrible injustices that happened at Yirrkala, Marpoon and Weipa, where they devastated and the mineral predators came and they tore that beautiful places where the Aboriginal people and their culture had been for hundreds of years, and just for the sake of profit. But we stood up to them at every level through the Aboriginal Advancement Leagues. There were special laws made for Aboriginal people and not to be counted in the census. We pushed all them back with the White Australia policy and everything. So I see their struggle as being a very humane and a very bitter one that will come, because it's going to be a fight there, and they're going to lose. If we don't stick with them, they're going to lose their land, and they will be pushed out everywhere, and they will bring this in, not in my lifetime probably, because that's coming to a close, but the younger people will see that these people must be protected and stood up to. And what it can be done, we've done it with the Gurindjis. And when the Gurindjis called for help, they came into this area, the same as all the others, from Dexter Daniels and Sydney Cook and Davis Daniels and Matthew Thompson, Captain Major, as they call him, Luton Aguiari, the other ones too, Vincent Lingiari, and these people came looking for support, and they got it. And they got it off the trade unions basically, and other people did support them. But the one that brought the thing to a head, and they never got much credit for it, was the Seamen's Union with the Gurindjis, when they said, we won't move one carcass of beef or anything off the shores of Australia, and we have international allies that'll see that wherever it goes and wherever it's loaded, it won't be unloaded. And this was a winning point. So when these people came down, we should see that the force of the trade union movement is to you for your courage and everything. And as you said, you came from the desert more or less, and in them areas to a city like Sydney and these, and seen that and knowing with that courage that's what it will be. Because these predators are coming for the long time. They're going to drive the people off. Not only are they going to bring the residue of uranium, but they're going to drive the people off, because I think somewhere in about 60% of uranium is under tribal land and Aboriginal land. So they will only leave the holes in the ground, like they done in the Pilbara and these places, for the Aboriginal people. They might get little gains and they might get other things. So we see the enormity of these people that have come down tonight and the wonderful courage that they've shown, looking for support, and we should open the floodgates of support for them to see that what we can do anyhow, because they've got a long, hard haul against them. And once you take on the government, it's very hard, and you've got to be well organised, because we did, and so did the maritime unions, took on the government in 1949, and we finished with 7 people in jail and troops in work in the mines, in the open cuts of the mines. So you've got to be well organised, you've got to know what you're going to do, and the young people and the trade unions offer their full support to these people, and that'll at least be a start. Thank you.